Do you have a faith background? And she says, I do, but you may not want to hear my faith background. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she says, well, I'm a witch and I practice Wicca, but I'm a good witch. So this morning, I had my team pray for me that I'll have words of wisdom, because I felt this morning that I really just needed to connect with the people. And so I end up coming up to a lesbian couple, and immediately I hand her the book and canvass her the book. And she says, I said, we're promoting family values and better health. And she says, do you promote family values, my family values? And I'm like, what do you mean your family values? She's like, because this is my wife. And I was like, oh, we promote community. And so the wife said, oh, really? What do you mean by that? So I told her how the great controversy talks about the separation of church and state. And as we were talking about that, they were happy to receive the books. We talked about other things as well. And so that went well, but they were not interested in Bible studies, but it was a great connection for them to read the book. And so later on, I end up going to another door, and the lady was in the back. She kind of looked like Barbara O'Neill, if anybody knows who Barbara O'Neill is. She had like long gray hair. And I was like, anybody tell you look like a lady named Barbara O'Neill? She was like, no, I don't think I know her. I said, well, she's a well-known naturopath doctor. But anyway, I have this book for you. It's a gift for you. And I said, do you have a faith background? And she says, I do, but you may not want to hear my faith background. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she says, well, I'm a witch and I practice Wicca, but I'm a good witch. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. She was like, why would you think that I would not want to hear about that? And she's like, because you're a Christian. I said, how do you know I'm a Christian? And so she's like, well, you seem like a Christian. So I told her, I said, I grew up with my grandmother. My grandmother has a background in certain things of witchcraft. And so I was introduced to those things as a young person. But I also want to tell you this, because there was a witch that I followed on YouTube, and she will follow all these people who have all these prophecies about different things. And one of those ladies that she talked about was named Ellen G. White. And because of her saying this about Ellen G. White and this book, I ended up getting this book. And so that's how it came into the spirit of prophecy. But I told her, I said, at the time, I wasn't sure if God was the one who was inspiring witches to do this witchcraft or not. And so I read this book and it changed my perspective, and I think it would change yours, and she took the book. Amen.